This is Griffdog here for NR2003 Short25. The good news is, school is done and I am back making videos. There is more in the description below. Thank you guys so much for the continuous support. Here is the lowdown. The NASCAR Craftsman Trucks series made their debut at Lowe's Motor Speedway in 1999. A late caution came out as Jack Sprague's motor expired with 7 laps to go. Now everything is cleaned up and we are set to go for a 3-lap dash to the finish. The top 10 is Greg Biffle, Andy Houston, Rusty Wallace driving a special one-off race in the Miller Lite Mobile 1 Dodge, Mike Wallace, Rusty's brother, Dennis Setzer, Ron Hornaday, Jimmy Hensley, Jay Sauter, Lance Norrick, and Rick Crawford. That is your top 10. Can Greg Biffle hold off? Can he win in the inaugural race at Lowe's Motor Speedway? Here we go. The flagman has the green in his hand, and now it's in the air. We are racing here at Lowe's. Andy Houston dives to the high side to try to get around Greg Biffle for the lead. Side by side for second as Rusty Wallace moves to the inside of Andy Houston, and he can go straight to the lead. Mike Wallace in the 2 is following behind. He's going to pass Andy Houston for third. Rusty Wallace gives Greg Biffle a huge shove into turn number 2. Dennis Setzer giving the whale of a push to Mike Wallace down the back straightaway for fourth. Ron Hornaday follows suit in the 16 Napa Chevrolet. Down into turn number 3. Greg Biffle keeps the lead. Mike Wallace goes underneath Rusty Wallace for second. Dennis Setzer gets loose, but he dives underneath Mike Wallace. Side by side they go for second. 2 laps to go. The top 14 or 15 are in one pack as they dive into turn number 1. Dennis Setzer clears Mike Wallace for second, and Ron Hornaday is going to follow suit in third. Down into turn number 2. Dennis Setzer has second. Greg Biffle has the lead. Rusty Wallace gets really loose in turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 4 truck breakaway as Biffle is the leader. Dennis Setzer, Ron Hornaday, Mike Wallace, and now Rusty Wallace keeps it intact in 5th. Coming off of turn number 4, Ron Hornaday gets the dive underneath Dennis Setzer, and here they come to the line. White flag, 1 lap to go for Greg Biffle. Ron Hornaday clears Dennis Setzer down into turn number 1. Mike Wallace is going to follow suit, and that is Jay Sauter moving into the top 5. Dennis Setzer is starting to lose several spots going down the back straightaway. Ron Hornaday's got to run down the back straightaway. Can Ron Hornaday get the dive underneath Greg Biffle, and can he steal the win away? Down into turn number 3. Ron Hornaday gets the run down to turn number 3 into turn number 4. Side by side they go. And there's a crash behind. Side by side to the line. Dead even. It is dead even. It is too close to call. The NASCAR officials are going to tell us who won this race. Oh, and there's more trouble. More trouble in the back. Andy Houston goes for a wild ride down the front straightaway. Stacy Compton involved. Jimmy Hensley. Several trucks involved. Here are a couple of replays of the wreck. That is David Starr in the 17. He gets too high, and he gets into Dennis Setzer in the 1. Jimmy Hensley, Lance Norrick, and Andy Houston all dive to the inside. Brandon Mueller in the 89 truck was involved, and Tim Steele in the HSI 21. From pit road. Man, what an impact. Stacy Compton just had nowhere to go. He just had nowhere to go, and he plows right into the right side of Andy Houston's truck. One more slow motion angle. Boy, lots of flips for the 60 of Andy Houston. We did get word that Andy Houston was able to get out of his truck okay. He is being treated at the infield medical center as we speak. Right on board with Jimmy Hensley. Yeah, Jimmy slips to the inside and he just slides through the grass. We were able to get a nice close-up shot of Andy Houston and see just his absolutely nasty ride. That looks a lot like Richard Petty's crash at Darlington a few years ago. Boy, what a nasty, nasty crash it was for Andy Houston. Now, let's take a look at the finish. NASCAR is calling Greg Biffle as the winner of the race. They're saying that Greg Biffle was just a niche ahead of Ron Hornaday at the line. This could be debatable, but that is what NASCAR is calling it. They're calling Greg Biffle as the winner of the race by less than 1/100th of a second over Ron Hornaday. So there you have it. Greg Biffle has won the inaugural race at Lowe's. And thank you guys so much for all the support. There will be further update videos on what is going to happen to this channel. And yes, what happened if Dale Earnhardt's still alive, parts 6 and 7 are still going to happen. I'm going to take more time with these videos just to make sure everything is correct. There have been a few mistakes in the previous videos, and I want to make sure these next two videos are mistake free. So in the upcoming week or so, you'll definitely get another video from me talking about what's to come ahead. And eventually you'll see Dale Earnhardt part 6 and 7. So thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you next time.